Well, happy Turkey Day to everybody's out there. Got a few people in here already. Today's live chat is brought to you by, sponsored by Hyper Stealth Biotechnology. Tom Hollaby, hello, sir. Tim Larson, hello, hello. Jason Hedrick, happy Turkey Day to everybody. What is going on for the day? Dustin Eckenrode, hello. As you can see, I decided that today we should be all geared up for the live chat. But the reality is, I got a new chest rig yesterday, and I like it, and I wanted to show it off. So I will. In the meantime, I'll remove that hat and take this thing off. We'll get to it, don't worry. All right. Uncle Guns, hello, sir. So we have things happening. I'm probably going to miss a couple of live chats next week and the following week for traveling to Texas. So I missed yesterday's, and I decided, fuck it, we're just doing a Thanksgiving live chat. And I know people are probably busy doing shit and not really checking in on this. But if you're here, you're awesome. And if you're listening to this later, well, you can still be awesome too. Things happening right now. We have a Black Friday sale going on. I think it started yesterday through Cyber Monday. So like Monday at midnight. 25% off all pistol classes, carbine classes, and force on force classes. So if you like, go over there and you click seminars or specialty training, there's no discount. Pistol classes, carbine classes, force on force classes, 25% off. Uncle Guns, an astute observation. That is U.S. forces behind me. I also, just maybe, got some gear coming in it as well. Don't know when. Scott Wexler, hello, sir. Man, so that's weird. The chat has the automatic like Texas thing, and I'm pretty sure I turned all of those off. Oh no, I guess Texas was the one that I didn't. Okay. Javier, hello. So I only got a couple questions that popped up for today, and they're good-natured for the most part. Nothing too ground-breaking or earth-shattering or whatever. So we'll get to those in a minute. Oh, yeah, there's some other sales going on, not just 25% off classes through the weekend. But today, like it ends in 3 hours and 50 minutes. 25% off all Kydex. That there's a coupon code for that. That is the coupon code for 25% off Kydex on the day of Thanksgiving. We had a total clusterfuck when we switched over to Big Commerce that I did not realize until not that long ago. So we do some print to order shirts, and those are fulfilled by Printful. Well, Printful apparently has drop shipping services as well. Like they will warehouse your things and then ship them out for you. And somewhere when we integrated Printful into Big Commerce, everything that we were selling on our website that was a physical good and not a digital good, all classes are classified as digital goods. Printful took it as their responsibility to ship it, even though they didn't have it to ship. So like orders would come in and it would just show like, on our list of orders, the little, there's a blue thing that says awaiting fulfillment, or I think it's tannish tab that says fulfilled. It would go right to fulfilled because Big Commerce said, oh, Printful's taking care of that. And Printful just had, if you went to their dashboard, which I rarely ever go to, I didn't have a need to, it said there was a problem syncing your order, and it just held everything, any physical good, including shirts that were being printed if it was on an order that also had like a holster. And so there was a pile of things that we had to go get squared away and ship things out that we had and get things on the list to get made if they hadn't been made because we weren't getting the correct notification. It was a pain in my ass. So as an apology, I decided we would make the Kydex 25% off today. Now, that's only for today because we got a Black Friday, on Black Friday sale going tomorrow. And the coupon code for that is Black Friday. And you can get half off the Land Nav class in June. Yep. So half price. I think at half price, it's actually cheaper to get the 2-day class at half price than it is to take just the first day, which is the lecture classroom portion only, which is down in seminars, like the Land Nav primer. I think it's actually cheaper tomorrow to buy the 2-day class than it is the 1-day class. That is Friday's sale. And then we still have the 25% off classes, pistol, carbine, force classes all weekend. And then our Cyber Monday sale. So this one, I had to be crafty in order to not violate any minimum advertised price for any products. But on Monday, if you buy a Blackbeard and a white bordered patch, we will knock $55 off the price of the patch. Because I'm not allowed to put Blackbeards on sale. So that is Monday's sale, and the coupon for that is Cyber. So that is the sales we got going on. Colt, hello, sir. So let's see. A couple of people have posted pictures. They got their map kits from our first batch that we sold. Scott, as far as I know, the only way to get that is to buy a whole Blackbeard X. I have not seen from on like the dealer price list, just the battery to use with your current bulk carrier. Doesn't mean they don't do it. I just haven't seen it. Shinde, hello, sir. So yeah, map kits, the first batch all went. Like it sold out in like 47 minutes or something. About 10. They sold out, shipped them out. And then I ordered 10 more on Friday. It was a little later in the day on Friday. I didn't get a response. And sent a purchase order in to the place where we buy all the parts before we assemble it. Most of the parts. Some of the parts we get at different places. And then I put it up for pre-order. And some of you guys are putting a pre-order in. I was like, yeah, they'll get the purchase order Monday. They'll ship it out. I should have it like Friday, which would be tomorrow. But it looks like the mail is running slow, and it won't be here tomorrow, but it has already left California. The parts that we're waiting on. The other parts are sitting right over there. And so anyhow, do the pre-order. I ordered 10 more. By Sunday, we had sold 7 of those pre-orders. So Sunday night, I sent an email and said, hey, that purchase order, let's just double it, which is good because I sold 3 more by Monday lunchtime. So the 10 additional I had ordered, those are all sold too, but I got 10 more coming. So map kits, as soon as they get here, we'll package them up and ship them back out, but we will actually have some on the shelf as well. Turtle, hello, sir. But I had a question, and I should have put this in the questions, but it kind of goes along with the map kits. If you buy a map kit now, and then you sign up for navigation dynamics later, not if you buy it tomorrow for half price, but if you pay full price for it later, and you want to knock $20 off because you bring your own map kit, because we give out that kit in the 2-day class as well. Like or $30 or whatever it is. We'll knock the price of the kit back off of the class if you already bought a kit from us. What else is there? Alumni patches obviously are in. People are sharing them on the interwebs. I'm wearing one on my hat because not only am I the president, I am a client or whatever, member of the Hair Club for Men thing. So not only am I the HMFIC, I am a student. Because my wonderful adjunct instructor, Mr. Fiore, has taught some classes that I was not an instructor at, but I was a student. So I get to be an alumni as well. Plus, we got stickers. Got the black and white sticker right there. I don't know if it'll focus on it. And then we got this cool holographic sticker that like has all the colors in it. If you go leave a company, if you are an alumni and you leave a company review over on the Facebook page, I'll send you one of them black and white stickers. If you leave a product review over on my website, like if you go, like I took fish, and you go to the description of fish and you have stars and you give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars and then type something below it. I think you have to type something. I don't know. And then I'll mail you one of those holographic stickers. If you get one holographic sticker, but if you leave like 7 different class reviews, because you've taken a lot of classes, you'll get a holographic sticker and a bunch of extra black and white ones. And if you leave a review over on Google, like, you do a search for Tremis Dynamics, shows up like Google Maps, and there's a spot where you can leave a review, you get a patch. So those are all here, ready to go out. Patches I do them like once a week. So like if you send me, you're like, hey, I did a review, here's where I left it, and this is my address. Like every Monday, I just take a stack of patches and I put them out for the mailman to take. So don't get too hyper if you haven't got your patch yet, because you left me a review yesterday, Monday. So today, Turkey Day, I spent the day hanging out in my office, playing around with gear. It all started, I got a new front sight post from a new rifle. I know you're like, it's just as an iron sight front sight post, but most of my go-to rifles have front sight posts from Blitzkrieg Components, and I think it's called the Spike. So it's like a normal front sight post and then comes to a point, so that it doesn't obscure as much target, and that's got a white stripe on it. However, they discontinued the white stripe, and now all they have is a luminescent green yellow stripe. So it's kind of like big dots, where they're phasing out the white for the yellow and the orange, which I'll use the yellow. I like the white better. Same with the Blitzkrieg Component Spike. I like the white, but on this one I got the green luminescence or whatever. In case you're wondering what it looks like, I'll throw a picture up. Hard to tell in the photo, but that is green, yellow, glowy stuff. That is my preferred front sight post. And on that prism sight, strangely enough, the 2 points, the chevron and the prism and the point of the front sight post, like they line up really well. Makes it pretty clever. And they have like some big triangle ones, and like ones with tritium in them and stuff. And I just like the Spike. Ooh, belly. Oh, way over 8 today. Way over 8. 4th taco. That's what we had for dinner. And we did not have tacos. 4th taco made turkey dinners for people to order for Thanksgiving. So we opted for that. And as usual, it was great. So anyhow, I got playing around with some gear, and I started putting this chest rig together. And then Mike sends me a text and goes, "Hey, what do you think of that new chest rig over top of a plate carrier, like a slick plate carrier?" And I said, "Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I used to do that with an old chest rig." And I said, "But when I changed chest rigs, it didn't work so well, so I bought a separate plate carrier, Cry Airlight SPC, and I just had a plate carrier and a chest rig set up. But now that I got a new chest rig, I thought, well, man, it might work back on that old plate carrier." And so I grabbed my old plate carrier, and yeah, it works real well. So now my Cry is, I stripped things off of it. Like I picked it clean for pouches and accessories and whatnot. It's laying over in a corner. And I'm going to try it on my old plate carrier. Then I talked to a cat about building a custom plate carrier, like the Tremis signature plate carrier, lack of a better term. We discussed it today, and possibly if I can get the material, like some AR2 or maybe some U.S. forces, I can pick it up in February when I'm in Florida. That would be pretty cool. And you guys can see the new Tremis signature plate carrier with the new chest rig on top of it. I haven't mentioned the name of it yet. That was the big reveal today. But at any rate, while I was messing around with the chest rig and the plate carrier, I'm moving things around, and I go grab my HRT belt and make sure like the belt and the plate carrier and the new chest rig don't interfere with each other, and moving things around, et cetera, et cetera. And I had one issue on my belt that is just a little issue, and it's been bugging me. So on the right side, I have a True North Concepts modular holster adapter. So it's their like metal or aluminum drop leg plate. And the reason I like that over the plastic ones that come from like Safari Land or Blade Tech is those ones come down and then they angle so that they touch like your hip. And what they do then is they kick the grip away from your waist. And I didn't want that. Like I didn't want the gun angled out. Well, so then the problem, I thought, well, the True North will fix it perfect because it's straight, but it's got a lot of weight up here and it wants to tip on its own until the metal plate goes in and hits your hip. So I said, I can fix this. Then I added this from the Trempendix holster to the back of the MHA, and voila. Now it sits upright instead of tilting in towards my body on the bottom. It's the anti-tilt modification. So yeah, I just put a wedge on it and worked like a charm. Are you aware of anyone that makes a subgun micro rig besides SOE? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't own anything with like subgun magazines, but I would go with something modular and buy my own pouches for it, buy subgun pouches. So yeah, then I modified the holster and I was like, okay, like fuck, we're just playing with gear today. And then I found I had this pile of like empty magazines and partial magazines. I just kept throwing in the corner. When you have hundreds of magazines, you don't have to like always stuff them. So some of these have been empty for like a year and a half or whatever. And like they're just sitting there with like on a box of ammo waiting to be loaded. So this was going to be my Thanksgiving. Like, what are you thankful for? I am thankful for Ammo Supply Warehouse and bullets and a mag pump to fill said bullets. But maybe I'll make that tomorrow's. What were you thankful for yesterday? But I spent some time doing that too. Man, I'm glad I had the mag pump to do it. So that was most of the cool pictures I had of stuff. I got a couple more in there too, but we'll get to them in a minute as they're appropriate to what we're talking about. So Yeah, we're talking about gear and this new chest rig, and you're like, well, what the fuck is the chest rig, Gary? It is the Goobers chest rig. That is spelled GBRS. I pronounce it Goobers because that seems to be how you would pronounce those 4 letters together. So they have a what the fuck's it called? Modular chest rig or something like that. And it is the world's lightest, smallest. I guess it's X harness. It's not really an H, although it's kind of an H X hybrid. And then instead of having like a big fucking panel with Molly on it, it's a little panel about this big with 6 holes in it. And you just drop the Molly straps through the top of them through those holes and connect them at the bottom. And then, so say you put 1 pouch in it, then they make these little pieces called I's and W's that you run through the Molly behind it. And then when you put the second pouch beside it on that Tegris piece, you weave it through the I or the W. They're just different sizes. And you'll have 3 pouches side by side. I used 1 big pouch that just had 6 columns. And then if you want to keep building it, you can just run a waist strap, comes with 1, super light. Or you can add more I's or W's to continue building it around, because instead of there being like a frame that you put pouches on, the pouches are the frame. So I have some here to show you. So what you get, this is the I. The W is just 3 of the, like, instead of 2 rows, it's 3 rows. But I use them all, so I don't have one free to show you. But this is how they work. I don't know how well you can see this. So there's these multicam parts, and then there's a slice of Tegris in the middle. And this basically makes like a figure 8 this way. And then you just run, I'm using WTF straps through the pouch and this is a W, and then you one beside it, and then one beside it, and beside it. And you can keep wrapping the pouches all the way around till they fucking touch each other if you want. And you basically have like a cummerbund on a chest rig instead of on a plate carrier. Ingenious. Like the pouch, there's nothing behind the pouch. So I got one here. I'll take the H harness off and see, because I'm not getting close-ups or any of that bullshit because it's a live shot and not like a YouTube video. But it uses the Mayflower spacing, like Mayflower, Velocity, Haley, a bunch of people use that spacing. So you can clip it into a plate carrier if you want. But if you look at the back of this, like this is the chest rig right here. This little piece of Tegris. That's it. And it's got the 2 buckles for the H harness. All this is just 1 eagle pouch. And then I have, let's see if I'm backwards in my screen here. I have one of these W's onto a radio pouch. On the other side, I have the W connected to a mag pouch, connected to another W, connected to another radio pouch. So the pouches become the chassis. And that's it. These black things that you see are just some Velcro 1 wrap that I added because I like to have an air mesh pad. So it Velcros against the back of those. That's what's touching me. Fucking awesome design. It really is the way chest rigs should be made. And then there you can use, I might end up running my Mayflower H harness on it. But the one that comes with is like real skinny. And it's got some Tegris pieces. I'm not positive why those are Tegris, and I love Tegris. But, it ends up doing, Jesus, fuck. Over the shoulders, clips into the top. 2 come around, clip into the sides. And then it's got like a piece in the back of Tegris where they attach to, and everything's riveted instead of sewn, which means if there is some type of damage to it, you could fix it yourself as long as you have a way to press rivets or eyelets. So you don't have to send it to a stitch bitch to get repaired, you can literally rivet it back in yourself. That's something kind of cool about the pieces that hold the pouches together. They have the eyelets poking through with the hole, which means if you need to route radio cables, push to talk cables, in between every pouch, you have 2 or 3 tie down spots for some shot cord or paracord, or if you have your GPS in one of the pouches and you want to put a lanyard on it so that if you drop it, it doesn't go anywhere. Like you have all these spots you can tie to. So that part's pretty slick too. And nothing absorbs water. It's all laminate and Tegris. I think they got the waist belt's a little weird. It has a piece of Tegris in the middle of it. And I think that's so you can put like a roll one pouch or something back there when you're doing the waist thing. But I certainly prefer, and I've already switched to a regular waist belt with, it's got a 2 pieces of shot cord in the middle. Stretchy. I think Down Range Gear makes this, and it's on anybody's chest rig. I've had it for a long time, and it gets moved from chest rig to chest rig. But yeah, that fucking whole thing is so thin and not just layers of stuff. And I like the fact that when you get wet, it won't absorb anything. It's pretty awesome. And you just use whatever fucking pouches you want. So that is the new hotness. And I think it says like patent pending on it. So I don't know what you can and can't make accessorize for it. But I'm thinking that other chest rig manufacturers should start utilizing that level of modularity instead of pieces of Cordura with webbing sewed on it, or pieces of Cordura with laser cut holes. Like, I think this is the way to go. Jason, it is Goobers or GBRS. They have a training company, but they got gear too. I think all their training is like LE only or Gov only. But gear wise, they have a bunch of different things. Some seem okay, some whatever. I really do like their sling and their chest rig. Nope, I don't have a link because I didn't think ahead to type one out. It's probably GBR. I don't even know if it's gbrs.com, but GBRS is in there somewhere. Bunch of former DevGru guys. But yep, that's the big reveal on the chest rig. And I saw it, like it was released. I saw it on the internet way back when we were in Florida teaching. I was like, man, that looks pretty clever. And I might get one just because I was intrigued with the way it went together. Like I could picture it in my mind's eye. And then like it went out of stock before it even went on sale, because they do I think their patrons get it first. And I'm not a patron, so I didn't, it was gone before it was released to the public. And I got thinking about it the other day and saw one and was like, this is worth checking out. And I checked the website and it had been restocked. So I ordered it and it came in and ta-da, now I got a new chest rig. Well, so it depends on whatever the back of your pouches are. So if your pouches are this is an SOE over here and a UW gear here, and I just used WTF straps, so you don't, some people still use malice clips. I got fucking use those in fucking 5-7 years. WTF straps are just laminate, so this is all just soft. Now, the Eagle pouch in the middle has Eagle sewn in straps, and they're a little more coarse. But that's why I picked up this Velcro air mesh pad thing. This was probably 4 or 5 years ago as well. It's made by Frog Pro, and it Velcros behind that front set of pouches so that the air mesh is up against me. I've used that on every chest rig I've owned since 2015 or so. Ones that didn't have Velcro there, I used sticky back Velcro to the back of the 8 or 12 layers of Cordura and then stuck this on it as with the ventilated pad. But yeah, it really depends on what the back of your pouches look like. The The better they're made, the less hard shit is back there. So that was the cool thing. Yep, that's on that. I don't think I have anything else to try. I could have took some pictures and got close-ups, but I'll probably end up doing a video maybe. I haven't even looked to see who all may have reviewed it yet. I don't often do that. Like if I'm going to make a video on a product, I try not to go look at anybody else's videos of a product. If it's just something I'm thinking about buying for myself, I'll go watch other people's videos to determine if I want to buy it. But if I get a glimpse and I go, oh, I think I want that thing, I'll purposely not watch other people's videos to not let it taint my review. When I got my HRT arc belt, I had to watch the videos on how to assemble it because like there were some intricacies of how the pieces fit together. So that one might not get a video review because I had to watch other people's video reviews of how they put the damn belt together. But the chest rig will probably get one. And the old plate carrier, like I got it integrated with the old plate carrier really well. I think it'll integrate with the new plate carrier even better. We'll let the manufacturer of that stay on the down low. Mookie Outdoors. Well, hello, sir. But that's not to give away too many hints about who that manufacturer might be. Did you see over on the alumni page, there is a discount code for, what does he call those things? Damn it. I'm going to have to actually go look. Open link, a new tab. Because I'm terrible. Oh, that's a great picture of an awesome product coming out. Legio Tremis. That's the alumni group. So Velcro Organizer Book by Combat Art Training. There is a discount code over there for alumni that if you buy a book, you get 2 flashlight shock cord adapters for free. And I had made a point of showing off that I had one of the books. Andrew gave it to me when we were down in Florida. 3-color DCU. And I did the night desert tabs on it. And I thought it was a pretty cool looking book. Yes, those glow in the dark because I got a thing for glow in the dark, especially if you need batteries at night to put in your lights or whatever, like glowing would probably help. And this is how I got mine laid out. And I think the pictures he shows something similar. Those contact lens cases have pistol optics and rifle optic batteries, 2032s and 1632s. The white ones have CR2s for my spotting scope and 1.3Ns for some Steiner lasers, TLR6s, and Aimpoint Pros, Comp M2s, M3s. And then, the normal AA, AAA, 123s, 18350s, 18650s. How do I make that go away? There it is. So it's a pretty cool little setup. Sweet labels on the batteries. I printed those myself with my label maker. I think it's made by Nimbot. It's a little thermal one, and I have different color labels. Like everything in my office is labeled, and a lot of them, those are glow in the dark, but I have other ones too. Adam asked, did I add Velcro to the back of the cells, like the store cells? Yes. I just use sticky back Velcro, and I use like big patches of it, so because they're shaped kind of curved. So you got the more contact, the better the Velcro, the better it sticks to it. So I use big pieces so I would get more surface coverage. I wish they were flat on the back so that Velcro would stick better. But yes, if you want one for yourself, you can put other things in them than just batteries. But but it made perfect sense to use it for batteries. So that's what I used it for. Andrew brought it over to when Mike and I were down there. He brought one in multicam Alpine and 3-color desert. So I was like, "Oh, multicam Alpine, I'll take that." And Mike was like, "I want no, I'll take that." So we kind of argued over it a little bit, and then I took the desert one. I mean, at least that camo was like it was being issued when I was in the Navy, so I guess it was relevant. All right, check my notes here. Oh, all right. I guess we can get to the questions. So the first question popped up yesterday, but I figured I would add it today. It wasn't listed specifically for the live chat, and there was 2 questions in there, and we'll get to the one. And somebody said, "Hey man, did you see the War Poet rifle?" Nope. And then I remembered seeing that John had posted a picture on like Instagram last week or something like that at Daniel Defense, and I even left a snarky comment because he said, "Hey, guess what's happening here?" And I was like, "Or big news or something." I said, "Oh, Daniel Defense finally hired someone for quality control," and apparently they're making his rifle. And like, I'll preface this with Daniel Defense is the only company to have earned a spot on our approved list and then lost the spot due to bad quality. Like, we didn't even have a procedure for that, but it was so bad that I could no longer tell people it was a safe bet to buy them. And then they refused or were incapable of getting rifles fixed. So I was like, if they don't know how to fix their own gun, I can't even be like, oh, they took care of it, because they literally wrote people checks and bought their rifles back. So with that, I looked at the rifle, and it's the first time I really got a good look at their M-lock rails with the bolt up system. I think that's what it's called, bolt up. And it's got like the 6 bolts. I just thought those 6 bolts looked awesome. I had a DD Mark 18 rail, and I loved the way it looked. Like, those bolts are fantastic, except it was like fucking 4 sides of cheese grater pick. And like at some point I moved away from that. But the bolt up system really looked cool, and it's super solid. I'll give them that. Like, that part looks great. At some point they said, hey, we're not going to put Magpul plastic on it anymore. We're going to make our own, and then we're going to put cheesy ass rubber on it. And I'd throw all that fucking Daniel Defense plastic right in the garbage. And then I watched the video, and they're in the factory, and there's a dude that they interview. He talks about cold hammer forged barrels. And I was like, oh, here we go. Here's the sales pitch and why we're going to charge extra for a barrel that costs less to manufacture. The whole reason cold hammer forging exists is it is the most economical way to pump out a lot of product. That's it. Big investment up front for the machine, and then the barrels fly out cheap and free and quick and whatever. Like, it's cheap. And then it's like, it's more accurate. Bullshit. Fucking absolute bullshit. Blatant lie. More durable. Nope. Not more durable at all. It surface hardens all you're nitriding them. While you're chrome plating them, because the hammer forging doesn't surface harden fuck all. But, what do I know? I just taught metallurgy in college. Steven ordered multicam Tropic. I bet we're back on the battery book. Uppers, I have some Midwest Industries, some Bravo Company, and a Colt. All of those companies, their full rifles are on the approved list too. I'd call that a clue. So, I mean, that was that guy, the fucking cold hammer forge liar guy. At any rate, And that's how it came with the Holosun. And I was like, oh, that's a fine option. The 515 GM, not my initials. That was one of the questions. Not named after Gary Moore. I know it was a joke question. I like the CM better than the GM. The GM is easier to replace the battery, but I don't like it. You don't have to do that but once a year anyhow. I didn't have an issue with. It comes with it on a good mount instead of the Holosun mounts because you got to change that anyhow. Oh, the barrel had a pinned compensator on it. So you can't get that fucking comp off, and comps needs to have a flash hider. So that I wasn't thrilled with. And then it came with the War Poet sling that apparently has bungee on it, and bungee doesn't belong on slings ever. So that was my take on it. And I got asked about dozens of times yesterday about my take on it. So I went and looked at it. Mostly because most folks know that Damage Defense got pulled off the list over poor quality control. It'd be great if they could get themselves turned around and back on the list. I would just like to have more manufacturers, because then it just is something as simple as like, oh, we'll get rid of their stock and their grip because it's garbage, and or maybe just peel the rubber off and it might be fine. I don't know what it's like under the rubber parts, but anyway. Any experience with Sons of Liberty Gunworks receivers? Yes, everything Sons makes is good stuff. Both of my rifles have a fair amount of Sons parts on it. Like the one beside me has most of the internal pins, springs, detents are Sons of Liberty. The A5 buffer system I got from Sons of Liberty. I think that's a BCM upper, so that's not LMT lower. Bunch of the little parts, gas tube I got from Sons. So yeah, you're good to go. But I'm reading here. Not a big fan of the WPS sling. I mean, it looks like it was strong bungee. I don't know how many pieces of bungee are in there, because it's like up in the big wide part, so you could probably get a bunch. And I can't say I have really looked at the buckles. Iroquois foreskin rifles are made by a small company. Are they assembled by a small company, or are they made by a small company? Like, is that dude machining out his own receivers, or is he buying receivers? Because that becomes a question of who it is. Yes, Stephen, all their parts are good to go. Actually, they have a trigger. Fuck, I can't remember what the hell they call their trigger. It's not a drop-in trigger. It's parts, like a real trigger, and not like a cassette style. And it for the money, it's awesome. It's not as good as a Geisley, but you'll pay 3 times as much for a little bit sweeter of a trigger. So bang for the buck, it's pretty damn good. So that was my take on the rifle. I got so many people asking me about it because I've been public with Daniel Defense's results in classes. So that was one of the two questions, because there was the GM thing, and I knew that was a joke. The trigger, Adam, is the Sons of Liberty trigger. Like, I don't remember what they call it. I don't know. I think they only got one, and it's coated in something. Probably not nickel boron, because Mike doesn't say good things about nickel boron. So maybe it's NP3'd. I don't know what it's coated in, but having felt it, I was like, oh, how much is that? And at the time it was like $65 or something. I was like, that's an awesome $65 trigger. Like, that's 90% as good as an SSA E, and it's a third of the price. I was impressed. The other two questions that I had, that sounds like it, Colt, the Liberty Fighting Trigger. What is the last day to order a Blackbeard and have it delivered at the Fish Workshop on December 9th? Monday. This coming Monday, Cyber Monday, is your last day so that I can order it and have it back here in PA when I get back from Texas. Adam, yes, it's kind of like the ALG trigger. I just thought it felt better. So Monday during the big sale, I mean, the sale's on the patch. You buy the combo of the Blackbeard and the patch. I'll knock a bunch off the patch because I can't sale price the Blackbeard. That is if you order it by the end of the day Monday, I will have it ordered and waiting for you at Fish. I am going to take off the Blackbeard option on Monday for if someone signs up for Fish, they won't be able to just add it. So that was the one question. Colt, the one I have for you to borrow, if you want to buy it when class is over, you may. If you don't buy it, it'll just be used, and I'll continue to let people borrow it. So there's that. It's currently new, but it'll be used when you're done with it. And then the last question that I had, make sure I don't got another question that's popped in here on Signal because I just got a Signal message. All right. What is the best Christmas movie and why is it Die Hard? And the best Christmas movie is not Die Hard. I even have my Die Hard themed Christmas shirt on. Themed. It's not from the movie because it doesn't say machine gun. It says night vision. But Die Hard is, I ranked Christmas movies. Top five movies. In fifth place, for fifth best Christmas movie, is probably the only traditional Christmas movie on the list. And that is The Ref with Dennis Leary. It's the only traditional Christmas movie that I really will watch again because I detest Christmas. But Dennis Leary is awesome, and the movie's kind of old, so it's still when he was in his prime of being smartass. And then number 4, this is where I have a tie. Because it really depends what kind of mood I'm in, but they're both cop movies. And it's either Die Hard, so they're like tied for third, really, or Lethal Weapon. I like them both. I mean, both of them are a little corny by today's movie standards. I mean, I was a kid when they both came out, so I view them through young Gary's eyes. Number 2, Christmas movie, First Blood, the original Rambo movie. It takes place in the Christmas season when he is being when he's arrested. He goes to the police station to get fingerprinted and all that shit. There is a small Christmas tree on the counter at the cop shop, like just putting it in place that it is a Christmas movie. And in the gunfight at the end, there are Christmas lights around. So it is First Blood is a Christmas movie. And man, as a kid, I loved that too. And then the number 1 absolute best Christmas movie ever, Red Dawn. That is a scene from Red Dawn. I took a picture of my TV last night. Not only does it say December, there are multiple Christmas trees in the frame. Yes, I watched Red Dawn last night because it's the greatest documentary from the 80s. So there you go. The best Christmas movie. What is it? It is Red Dawn because it's one of the best movies ever written. Somewhere, if Sonny's watching right now, he's like, fucking Red Dawn. I tried to find Red Dawn on Amazon, and like the newer one was there, and the older one it said like if you add on like some channel, like if you subscribe to a channel like Paramount Plus or something, but it wasn't Paramount, I remember what the fuck it was, then you can watch it for free. And I was like, no, I'll just buy the fucking thing, like right from Amazon. And I couldn't find it on my TV where I could buy it. And like I was getting a little pissed. I'm like, I'm not subscribing so that I'm paying every month so I can watch it whenever I want. I'm like, I used to own it on DVD. I'm like, come on, I want to buy the digital copy of the movie. What the fuck? So then I get my phone out and I'm like, I don't go to Amazon, or was it Prime Video? I just go to the Amazon shopping app, type in Red Dawn. There's the movie. I click on it. I'm like, well, I can buy it here. Why won't it let me? And it said, you purchased this movie like 4 years ago. Oh. So when I searched for it on my television, on my smart TV, it wouldn't find it because it wasn't in the movies available to buy. It was in the My Movies bar, which is apparently separate and doesn't get searched when you search in the search bar. So I had bought it a number of years ago, and I was 3/4 of the way through watching it the last time because I asked if I wanted to start over or just continue. So I picked start over and watched it from the beginning last night. Maybe I'll watch it again this weekend. So Adam, yes, I used to own the DVD of it, but I had a fucking vast collection of DVDs, 300 or 400 probably, and my oldest daughter, I had lent them all to her before when she was living on her own and before she got cable because this is expensive. I said, "Oh, just take these and you can watch them all you want." And when she was at National Guard training, somebody broke into her house and stole a bunch of shit, including all those DVDs. So I went from hundreds of DVDs to zero over the course of one weekend. They also got her rifle and her shield and a bunch of military uniforms, SOE chest rig that there was only like 6 of ever made. So yeah, she lost a bunch of shit. And all my DVDs. So on my list of notes, that was everything I wanted to talk about. Holsters 25% off today. Land Nav half off tomorrow. Blackbeard's big sale on Monday. And all the live fire classes and the Force on Force classes are 25% off from yesterday through Monday. So sign up for them if you want. I don't know when we'll have another sale. I usually do Independence Day, Veterans Day, Black Friday. So I don't know. Probably be it. Unless some random idea pops in my head. So that's what's going on there. What are map kits, alumni stuff, stickers and patches are out. The rifle. Yep, that's all the lists I got. I got no other cool pictures to show you guys. So I guess that covers anything. Oh, I know what I wanted to mention. Somebody said they haven't even seen Lethal Weapons, and they're corny. The first one's probably the best one, like a lot of movies. But something that I had thought about was in that movie, Danny Glover, the whole movie is like, I'm too old for this shit. That's his catchphrase, right? And the character he was playing was 40. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm way past 40. And and he was too old for that shit then. But saving grace, Danny Glover, the actor, was 50 when that movie was filmed. He was just portraying a 40-year-old character. So when he was too old for that shit, he's older than I currently am. So I feel a little bit better about myself. Yeah, Adam, I think I got to get Red Dawn back on DVD/Blu-ray, um, and then buy something I can play them in. Bet you I got a Blu-ray player fucking somewhere tucked around. Um, Benjamin has an Xbox One, so we could watch it in that, but I don't have it. Yeah, somebody said to me that came up, and it might have been Javier, who's floating around here somewhere. Uh, like, hey, he was only 40 in that movie. His character was 40. He was 50. And I'm not 50. I'm still in my 40s. All right. So, anyhow, we've been at it for almost an hour. We got 55 minutes on there. Talked about the chest rig and shit. If anybody wants pictures and shit of the chest rig, and you like, I can take some, put them on the alumni page, I guess. Maybe I guess I could throw up a link of where I got it. Like I just bought it off the fucking internet. There was no hookup, no affiliate link or any of that shit. Sometimes I just go ahead and buy things. Wasn't even on sale. But yeah, I can get some pictures or whatever if people need it. And with all that, I won't see you guys next week because I'll be driving to Texas on Wednesday. I'll be somewhere in between. And the following week, I'll probably be driving home from Texas because I'm leaving Monday morning. And it's a long ass drive. So I'll probably split that up into a couple of visits along the way. Yeah, I'll link it over on the alumni group. As soon as we hang up here, I won't even leave. I'll just do it on my laptop right here. And with all that, since I won't see you guys for a couple of weeks, I'll see you closer in the middle of December-ish. And until then, take it easy. Y'all know how to get a hold of me. If you don't, well, then I must not want to talk to you.